place value, ordering and rounding. Subtopic, place value. Look at the check shown here. This shows you how to write the amount in words. The decimal 4.50 is usually written as 4.5. However, we cannot write 4.5 pounds in the context of money. This must be written as 4 pounds and 50 pennies. When writing amounts of money we cannot combine units. For example, 6 pounds and 73 pennies p is not allowed. This must be written either as 6 pounds and 73 pennies or as 673p. This is a place value grid that is extended in both directions. The decimal point separates the whole number part of a number from the fractional part. For example, 6,304.907. The digit 6 is in the thousands place value, which is worth 6,000, 3 is worth 300 and so on. Note that to subtract 0.01 from this number we need to take 1 from the tenths column, then swap the 0 for a 9 to give 6,304.897. Compare this with subtracting 10 from 907. Also, since there is a 9 in the tenths column, the effect of adding 0.1 is to add 1 to the digit in the units column to give 6,305.007. Compare this with adding 100 to 4907. The place value grid can also be used to demonstrate multiplying and dividing numbers by 10, 100, 1000, 0.1 and 0.01. Multiplying a decimal number by 10. When we multiply by 10 the digits move one place to the left, where 6.2 becomes 62. Multiplying a decimal number by 100. When we multiply by 100 the digits move 2 places to the left. We then add a 0 placeholder, where 3.1 becomes 310. Multiplying a decimal by 1000. When we multiply by 1000 the digits move 3 places to the left. We then add 0 placeholders, where 0.7 becomes 700. Dividing a decimal by 10. When we divide by 10 the digits move 1 place to the right. It is usual to write a 0 in the units column when there are no whole numbers. Dividing a decimal by 100. When we divide by 100 the digits move 2 places to the right. We need to add 0 placeholders. Dividing a decimal by 1000. When we divide by 1000 the digits move 3 places to the right. We add a 0 before the decimal point. Let's test your knowledge gained so far. Please answer the following questions. Here are the answers with workings. Multiplying a whole number by 0.1. In this example, it is the same as adding 4 times 0.1, or it is the same as multiplying 4 by 1 over 10, which results in 4 being divided by 10. Therefore, we can conclude by saying, multiplying by 0.1 is the same as dividing by 10. Multiplying a whole number by 0.01. In this example, it is the same as adding 3 times 0.01, or multiplying 3 by 1 over 100, which results in 3 being divided by 100. Therefore, we can conclude by saying, multiplying by 0.01 is the same as dividing by 100. 0.1 means tenths. In this example, how many tenths are there in 7? So there are 7 tenths in 7, which gives you 70. Therefore, we can conclude by saying, dividing by 0.1 is the same as multiplying by 10. 0.01 means hundredths. In this example, how many hundredths are there in 12? So there are 12 hundredths in 12, which gives you 1200. Therefore, we can conclude by saying, dividing by 0.01 is the same as multiplying by 100. Let's test your knowledge gained in this section. Please answer the following questions. Here are the answers with workings.